Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar with MLB 13, the show. Here we go with NLCS Game 2. Now, I feel like, spoiler alert, or I should be giving you a spoiler alert here whenever I start this off, because if you didn't get a chance to check out the last game, see, I ended up losing that one. So, I'm down in this series here 1-0. It was a pretty crazy game, went into extra innings. Carl Crawford ended up winning a home run. So, I got to reverse my fortune. This is the game for me to be able to do that. I don't want to go down in this series 2-0. So we'll see what ends up happening here in this game. So this will be the only video, by the way, going up for today. I did a lot with updating some stuff. There is a new logo for me that I was able to get done, and I'll do a video about that tomorrow. And new channel art, stuff like that. I'm really excited about it, and I need to work on a new intro for me as well. But anyway, because I was doing all that extra stuff, I really didn't get that much time to be able to go ahead and work on videos. So that is why this is only one video up today. Anyway, so of course we get a chance to be able to play at home. We do have home field advantage in this series, just as we did in the NLCS, or NLDS, excuse me, against the Phillies. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take the field, and we're going to get the game started off with Andrelton Simmons up at the plate. 1-2 count here in the top of the first. Clayton Kershaw is pitching today for the Dodgers. Looks like an easy throw for Mark Ellis, but nope. Throw is off. Agon has to get off of first to be able to make that catch. So, Andrelton Simmons on first with absolutely no problem whatsoever. And this is a little bit of a better angle for you guys to see exactly how far Agon had to get pulled off the base. Really not that much. It's one of those ones you think, well, maybe he just could have stretched for it and he would have gotten it, but whatevs. All right, so with Kershaw, I'm going to be trying him out here a little bit to see what I can do when it comes to running the bases, and I'm not anticipating too much of a problem today, as Simmons is going to go ahead and steal second. All right, I'm liking this. So early on, we've got a man in scoring position, no outs. Basically, it's like we got a leadoff double. But anyway, Chris Johnson with the 2-0 count. That one's just right down the heart of the plate. I'm really not able to do too much with it, but at least I get Simmons on over to third, which is going to set up a lot of ways for me to be able to bring him home. Maybe a base hit. Maybe, I don't know, just a ground ball in the infield. Or, like we see right here, a high fly ball that'll allow me to be able to tag up. So I'm there at third, and I don't even have to worry about it. It's a home run. So, I got some of you there. Anyway, Kemp just going back for that one. I'm just sitting there watching. I'm like, come on, man, keep going. Keep going. So Kershaw giving up that home run here in the first. Justin Upton. He's had a great postseason here. There's only been a couple players that I think have been struggling. Ugla's one of them. McCann a little bit. But as far as most of my players go, it's actually been pretty good. Look at that. Matt Kemp with a batting average of .435. That's something to be excited about, too, if you are a Dodgers fan. That, of course, gets me kind of worried. Now, the way that I've been playing this, too, it even feels different. Like, I get more nervous about stuff, and I understand, the consequences of things that I do have a much greater impact than stuff does during the regular season. Because if I lose this series, I'm done. No mas. Braves are over with. So I want to make sure I go as far as I can, and I definitely think I have the potential to go ahead and just come out of this without any problems whatsoever. As long as I don't let that loss get to me, I think I'll be okay. All right, Kemp watching that one high. I've been focusing more on throwing the balls a lot lower and just keeping that trend going, because that forces the ground ball. And I've noticed there's been a few pitches I've thrown that have been home runs earlier. Just like, oh, why did I throw that? It's kind of crazy, because whenever you do commentary, it's like you go back and you're watching game tape of yourself. You're like, oh, what were you thinking, dude? But, oh well. Mine are having a great game already. Haven't allowed a hit yet. So that's good to be able to see. All right, so this one's going to roll out into center field. So another base hit here for the Braves. Kershaw struggling just a little bit, but when you think about how little time that we've had so far and how much game has gone ahead, yeah, there really hasn't been too much. Great catch right there to end the inning. Really bad half of the inning for me anyway. All right, so here's Matt Kemp. Remember, he had that strikeout earlier. He's going to be coming back, trying to get some revenge. Not really the worst type of revenge I've ever seen, but hey, you got to be careful about this type of stuff. Now we've got Matt Kemp on first. He's got some speed. So if I give up some hits, we could see him on third base or home pretty easily. So this is what I'm talking about, the consequences for all the actions that I'm doing here in this game and just knowing what could take place if things don't go right. Yeah, I'm starting to get worried. So there's Kemp breaking for second. The throw by McCann, not even going to be close. And I'm sitting here thinking like, dang, that's my job. I'm the one who's supposed to be stealing bases like that. Not Matt Kemp, not the Dodgers. But McCann's arm really hasn't been as great as, you know, other times that I've done a little series. And I don't know if it's just me being spoiled, but like last year when I did the Tigers franchise, Alex Avila just rocked it. Oh my gosh, Kemp is going for home. I didn't think that he was going to go home. I seriously thought he would stop at third, knowing full well that I had the ball, but he kept going. So now the Dodgers get a run here. Scores 2-1 in the top of the sixth. Now here is Carl Crawford. He's going to hit this one into center field. So Minor really starting. Ooh, what was that? That was a bad throw. Like I was saying, Minor really kind of starting to unfold here in the sixth inning. Just actually in the past couple innings too. Nothing too crazy. Now here's Crawford breaking for second. While that's a better throw, I'm not going to be able to beat somebody who's got 95 speed and a pretty high base running ability as well. But what can you do about it? Well, I could try to see if I can end this. 2-2 count to Agon. That one's going to be a high fly ball. Simmons gets underneath it. And that lazy fly ball will be out number 3 for that inning. All right, bottom of 6, excuse me. Hayward getting a base hit. This one will roll into left. All right. Splits third and short. So I feel like I need to get a little payback. You know, I've had a couple stolen bases against me already in the game. I think I need to go ahead and do that too. Kershaw's kind of waiting to see what happens, but here I go. All right, and I'm safe. I'm kind of glad that I didn't go ahead and actually make contact with that one. I was trying to swing that time because I'm like, oh, that's a pretty pitch. I don't want to give that one up. Sometimes I'll do like a hit and run or something, but no, that was just me failing at trying to swing the bat. But that's okay. Next pitch. Remember, we've got Hayward over there at second. Freddie Freeman at the plate. Well, this one's going to be just a little roller over to Agon, and that's going to be it for the inning. So I thought I'd have something good going, but apparently not. Now here's Ricky Weeks, top of 7. That one bouncing off Minor. McCann will pick it up and make the throw over to first. So that one's officially scored as a 1-2-3. And I used to get worried about pitchers after a little comebacker and something like that, but really with this game, I haven't seen too many pitchers get injured, especially from a comebacker. But, oh well. B.J. Upton with a base hit in the left. So remember, he's got some speed, and I've already been able to steal a couple bases today. So I'm going to try to see if I can do some more. But after that, Dodgers like, Kershaw is done. So they're going to the bullpen. And I kind of had mixed feelings about that too, because it's not like Kershaw was doing bad. I mean, he just gives up that one hit here in the 7th, and Mattingly just pulls him. I mean, this dude's an elite pitcher. You can't just go ahead and bring in just anybody. But I see an opportunity to steal second, and I'm glad that I did too. Terrible throw to second, which allows B.J. Upton to get underneath that tag without any problem. All right, 0-2 count now to McCann. If you ask him if he's a McCann or a McCant, He's a McCann. Base hit goes into center, so B.J. Upton, I was kind of worried that Kemp was going to get there and make the catch. Rounding third, heading home. The throw, off. I'm surprised B.J. Upton didn't try to slide for that one. Man, that would have been ugly. I would have been mad if he would have been out. All right, so advance on over to third. Here's Mike Minor laying down the bunt. Go with a little squeeze play right here. So we get the run. Minor's out at first, but that's how you execute sacrifice bunt. Minor. All right, so that's going to add another run here to our total, which, believe me, is something I feel a lot better about. 2-1, that was getting me worried. But 4-1 now here in the top of the 8th. So after that bunt, Mark Ellis is like, I could do it too. But not good at all. Out at first. All right, 83 pitches total here in the top of the 8th for Minor. That's pretty good. I will go ahead and I'll take that. But Dodgers get a base hit. Ooh. The throw decides to go back. All right, so we hold him there at first. Could have ended up being a double. I think, well, I know if it was me, I would have gone for it. But Beltre on the 1-2 count is going to swing at that changeup. Little topper there. So a double play. So Ronald Belisario now coming into pitch. ERA of 13.5 over 3 games. What does that let me know? There is a lot of potential with this guy to be able to do some great stuff offensively. So Justin Upton, who's already had a great game, he's going to go ahead and hit this one in the center. So I'm in a base stealing mood here. You know, it's one of those things, you kind of get me down. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and come back with something. And so, like, with those stolen bases, I'm like, I got to come back with stolen bases of my own. But instead, I let Hayward take care of it and go for anything right there. All right, so runners on first and second with Freddie Freeman at the plate. He won MVP in the regular season, so I expect good stuff from him. Like this. This one's going deep into center. The way it's looking, yep, home run. Love seeing the fans get up and try and catch those balls, because I know I'm safe. It's going over the wall. So MVP gets a chance to circle the pillows. I can call him MVP now. All right, so that 3-run home run makes it 7-1. Braves on top. We are not done yet here in the 8th inning. Belisario. And his confidence is down a lot. So I'm going to be going ahead and getting hits like this off of Belisario for the rest of the time that he is in. Unless I go ahead and do something stupid, which I need to avoid here at all costs. Well, I shouldn't say at all costs here, because once we're done with this, 6 runs over 3 outs, that's tough to do. There's Upton, and there he is, safe at second now. Might be able to make it 8-1 if we can go ahead and bring him home. We've definitely got the bats to do it. And here's Brian McCann, who's already had a great time at the plate. Well, that one's going to drop just short in left. I'm rounding third, coming home. Well, that throw was even worse than what we originally saw with the play at the plate for Upton. All right, McCann. This has been a good game. McCann struggled in some of the other games, but it's kind of nice to be able to see him get this. All right, so it is the 9th inning. I could have kept Minor in, but I'm like, not going to worry about it. So I'm bringing in Eric O'Flaherty here to try and finish this game out. So Carl Crawford's going to pop that one straight up to Ugla, who will take his time. Why? Because he can. He'll make the catch. All right, 0-2 count. Still having a great pitching performance here, this time with O'Flaherty. All right. Whew. Every time that Johnson picks it up like that, makes the throw over to first, I'm like, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. And I get really excited when he does not mess up. Oh, that one was kind of over the plate. Oops. Oh, well, I'll go ahead and I'll take that ground ball anytime. So Agon looking at that sinker for strike one. Now, I don't know if that was just because it was a good pitch or if he decided that he was going to go ahead and just watch the first pitch. Because, well, he'll do that. All right, sinker. That one drops low for strike two. So Flaherty, I've got some good pitches I can work with. So we're going to go with the changeup now. See if we can get that to drop out of the strike zone. But, gosh, that stayed way up. Totally off target. Not pretty at all. Okay. So, we try the changeup again. 0-2. 1-2. Got to be careful when you throw the changeup. There's a lot of times that the computer will go ahead and swing at it, but it's a tough one to do. All right, so he watches the four-seam fastball for strike three. That is the game. So now we have the series tied up at 2. I'll tell you what, I needed that. It was all because of that man, Mike Minor. Great pitching today. Really it made it easier for me to go ahead and get the bats going because I didn't have to worry about pitching so much. Anyway, that is the game. Thanks for watching. More of the postseason to come later on, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. But you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thank you again. And as always, I hope you have a good one.